So, lining up on the grid then for the first of 3 championship races at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And they are away, and it is an excellent start from third place, who has jumped straight up into second for Ishmael Basso, but it is still Focacci leading. Lucas Wallace has dropped down into fourth place, I believe, as David Hatton has moved his way up into the order. As darkness descends on the Charlotte Motor Speedway, it is Focacci leading, and then Ishmael Basso is out wide at turn 3, and he's got David Hatton on the inside of him, I think, and they are side by side coming down the infield straight. James Wingfield trying to get in on that action as well. And Hatton has gone through on the inside into second place. James Wingfield, the next car in the line. Basso is out wide, and Wingfield is challenging him, and they are side by side as they come through the double left-hander of 7 and 8. He's just tucking back into the slipstream, and they are going to run side by side as they have got the number 303 running alongside, but that is indeed the number 24 of Lucas Wallace, going side by side with Wingfield now as they come through the oval section. Ishmael Basso, who was running in third, now down in fifth, could be about to climb back up the order again because he's got John Lang in his sights. And Sven de Ligt in the number 33 yellow jumbo car goes behind as well. There's Basso getting up on the inside of the oval, and Lang has to go high to avoid him. So it's advantage Basso on this one, who now thinks of having a look at Lucas Wallace, and he's pitched him into the barriers as he made contact with the rear end there, and Wallace is going up. Just looked like the slightest nudge there from Sven de Ligt. Looked like the leaders were side by side over the line because the split was just 200 of a second, but it is still Focacci ahead of Hatton on that one. Sven de Ligt, who's right in the thick of the action in this battle for third place, which is currently being led by John Lang, with Ishmael Basso in the Mission Winnow car in fourth place. Then the Sven de Ligt car that we are following, who has got James Wingfield for close company, and Gregory Leader, who has come up from 13th place on the grid in the Castrol Colours car. Then Tim Ellis, who is maintaining his 8th place that he had on the grid, and Sam Watley in close quarters as well, who has come up from 16th place. These guys are all battling for third place, and we're following de Ligt, but we could well be seeing a change for 5th place because Wingfield looks like he could be challenging him down this straight. Hatton, meanwhile, again in close company with the leader Focacci. Meanwhile, Basso trying to get up around the outside of John Lang for third place. And side by side, as they come over the line, it looks like Lang will still hold the advantage as he has the inside line for turn 1. He does indeed. He's had an open door for de Ligt, though, as he tries to get up on the inside of turn 2. And if we can go back to the leaders, we do have them side by side once again going around the oval section. Focacci up high and Hatton down low. Absolute dead heat as they come towards the finish line. Hatton looked like he just had a very, very slight advantage. Indeed, he did by 19,000 of a second. And he holds the inside line for turn 1 and retains the lead ahead of Focacci, who is not letting Hatton out of sight. So still the Mission Winnow number 6 car that leads that battle for third place. Hatton, meanwhile, looks like he's got a good advantage coming out of turn 8. Still, Hatton in the black number 5 car leads the 7-up 00 Focacci car. Meanwhile, we've got... and Focacci looks like he's got a fantastic run on the way out of turn 4 and might just challenge into turn 5. Absolutely side by side through this infield section. Hatton tries to take the long way round through 5, 6 and into 7. He'll have the line. But is that going to wrong foot him? Is he going to be later on the power as they're full throttle now to head back onto the oval section? Focacci still just about had his wheel alongside Hatton's rear wheels, and Hatton is up high on the oval section. Focacci down low with the momentum. He's coming back through and he's got the lead back again. Hatton surely is going to drop back into the slipstream. No, they're still side by side. This battle is absolutely white hot. And it looks like now Ficacci's just been able to pull the car's length on him. He has. Hatton back in the slipstream. Are they going to go side by side across the line once again? Maybe not. But Hatton is still not giving up on it. Ficacci, he moved a little bit less there, coming Steven Taylor, watch out. It looks like he has consolidated that lead unless Hatton can do something about it as they head back into the infield section. He'll have the line on the way into turn 3, and he's got the lead back again. What a fantastic move by David Hatton. Nice little power slide on the exit of turn 4, and he once again in the number 5 car retakes the lead of race 1. With Ficacci challenging him, and once again it looks like Ficacci is setting up the maneuver to come back down this straight. So we are currently on lap 13. This is, I believe, the final lap of the race. Yeah? This is absolutely critical now. Has Hatton made his maneuver too early? Because here comes Ficacci, slipstringing him down the back straight, and all weaving this way and that way. Which side's he going to go? He goes high. This is going to be a dead heat finish for race 1 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hatton is just holding it now. Ficacci is just pulling out. It doesn't look like he's been able to get the overlap. They're back onto the start-finish straight. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Hatton or Ficacci? It looks like he's pulling ahead. It's a dead heat by 0.06 of a second. It is Steve Ficacci in the 7-up 0-0 car. He takes the race 1 lead. What a fantastic battle to open up this Charlotte Motor Speedway evening. Meanwhile, John Lang just pipped by, I think, 17,000ths of a second there. Ishmael Basso to 3rd place ahead of Sven de Ligt. What an amazing opening race we have seen here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Hey Chris, that sounded amazing from the commentary. I had a bit of a lonely race on myself.
Oh man, you should have seen it. I can't wait for you to watch the stream back because that was an absolute dog battle up the front of the field. And they are away. Guys, I've still got a problem. So Mark Greenhow in the orange 555 car with a hectic first lap from 10th on the grid leads the field ahead of Stephen Chen by 0.2 of a second after absolute carnage at the first corner. There's currently 0.8 of a second to split the top 3, and Mark Greenhow runs off the road, the leader off the track, and relinquishes the lead into the barrier as he goes, and both cars go through. So now we've got Stephen Chen in the white 88 car that leads the field ahead of the number 7, Darren Buckle. Buckle all over the road on the way out of turn 7 and into 8. But it doesn't look like it's compromised his run, as he's still absolutely all over the back of Stephen Chen. Identifiable number white car with the sort of Slack logo on the bonnet, ahead of the black number 7 car. So it looks like these two are making a bit of a breakaway ahead of the chasing field. And Buckle there looks like he's going for a move on the way into turn 11, down on the inside of the banking, and Chen goes up wide, touch back into the slipstream though. And will he have another run on the way into turn 1? We saw 2 cars going absolute hammer and tongs, Ficacci and Hatton in race 1. Will these two do the same? Chasing pack is closing in nicely though, by the way. That is Tim Ellis. That is a very quick car chasing Stephen Chen there for 2nd place. So he could be a shoe-in for a lead, and he's down the inside on the way into turn 3. Nicely done. And that is 3rd place is his. 2nd place I should say, because that is one of the back market cars that's getting in the way there. So it's Ellis in the all green number 21 car that is up into 2nd place. but he's now setting his sight on leader Darren Buckle. Tim Ellis, by the way, side by side with leader Darren Buckle. They were separated by 36 thousandths across the line with Ellis just ahead, but it looks like Buckle has been able to repel the number 21 car for the time being. Really closing up this lead battle now. And Buckle was getting a little bit out of shape on the way into turn 5. Look at this, just yeah, it's probably the top 7 that is all together at the moment. And we've got a car off, and that's Buckle off into the barriers. Tim Ellis takes the lead with James Wingfield in second, but for how much longer? We've got a bit of traffic in the way there. Looks like that's Sven de Ligt just making his way through the pack and up into 4th place now, chasing these guys down. Well, the back marker takes to the grass and gets out of the way there. So Wingfield in the lead. Looks like he's a little tight through 7 and 8 though. That could give Gregory Leader the opportunity he needs, and he's closed right up as they head back out onto the banking at turns 9 and 10. Ellis, though, it doesn't look like he's out of this one just yet because he's still in the slipstream. Sven de Ligt right in there as well. Steve Picacci, our race 1 winner by a mere 6 thousandths of a second, who had to start last as a result in this reverse grid race, has come up from 32nd to 5th and is chasing his way through. He's got Richard Malden and Ishmael Basso for close company. But at the head of the field, Gregory Leader takes the lead of the race ahead of James Wingfield. Wingfield trying to get back at him. Ellis coming up with them now as well. It's going to go 3 wide maybe. A lot of lap traffic getting in the way there. Ellis looks towards the inside. Does not find a way through. Sven de Ligt right with them now. It's 4th for the lead as they start lap 6. It is still Gregory Leader, living up to his name. James Wingfield, the number 13 car, in 2nd place, and yep, Tim Ellis looks like he's got the run, although we could be seeing a change for the lead now. And he's left the door open, and is Wingfield going to go for it? Ellis almost making contact there with the rear of leader's car. He's trying to go around the outside of turn 1. Wingfield not able to get up alongside through the corner for the lead of the race. And once again, as you were, I'm amazed at how much these guys have been jockeying around. They're staying in the same position lap after lap. Could de Ligt have timed this absolutely perfectly? He's trying to get up the inside, and indeed they are side by side. I don't know if you want to be leading on the last lap though. And he's going through, and he looks like he will start the final lap of this race in the lead. And indeed he does, the number 33 car with James Wingfield challenging him. Gregory Leader trying to get back in the action, trying to reclaim his lead. Tim Ellis right in there as well, but Wingfield not letting him go. So this could be a two-horse race. Wingfield trying to get up the inside, but de Ligt sees it coming. De Ligt is well out of shape though, and he's off the road. He's thrown it away. There might well have been contact down there. I couldn't quite make it out, but de Ligt is off the road and is out of this battle for the lead at the dying moment of this race. We've got 5 cars who could still win it, and it's going to be a drag to the finish line. They're absolutely flat out now, right up towards the checkered flag. Here comes Gregory Leader as James Wingfield in the number 13 car round turns 9 and 10, and they're going to get out back onto the straight. So here comes Leader now making his challenge. There's Ishmael Basso trying to throw his hat into the ring for 3rd place, getting ahead of Steve Ellis. Picacci waiting in the wings as well. Leader's on the outside, Wingfield on the inside. It looks like Leader's got half a car length. Here comes Tim Ellis on the inside as well. Absolutely wheel-to-wheel stuff. 5 cars going for it, and it is going to be once again a dead heat to the finish line. I think Leader's going to get this one. Who's going to come out ahead? It is indeed Leader. I think Wingfield gets 2nd place there. Who got 3rd in the end? It was Ishmael Basso. A brilliant recovery. 29th on the grid to 3rd. Gregory Leader takes it by 72 thousandths of a second ahead of James Wingfield. Basso in 3rd. Tim Ellis got 4th, and Steve Picacci in 5th place. Just 0.2 of a second separated those cars as they met the finish line. And Sven de Ligt, after an amazing performance, comes home in 6th place, 6 seconds behind. Another epic scrap at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. in that fight as well, we have our illustrious leader, Richard Spanners, ready, currently in 6th place, up from 11th on the grid, and looks like he could be challenging now for 5th place as they head around the banking. Yep, Sam Harper looks like he's pulling away from Jelly Beans now. I wouldn't count out Sam Harper for a potential victor of this race 3. The final championship round of the night, but as we said, we are with Spanners in his hunt for 5th place against Anil Singh. And obviously his car marked with the Missed Apex logos and a spanner on the bonnet, and here he goes, pulling out as they head towards the start-finish line. Going to be side by side across the timing line, but he's got the outside line for turn 1, and he's going to be working his way through. Actually, we had some class 4 down the order, so this actually is a battle for 4th place now. Neil Singh repelling Spanners for the time being. Top 3 look pretty settled in. Jelly Ooms there in 3rd place. Doesn't look like he's going to be catching Sam Harper anytime soon. So closest battle on track looks like Neil Singh and Richard Spanners ready. Just 46 thousandths of a second separated them as they came over the timing line to start lap 5. And we're just edging towards the halfway mark in this race, but here comes Spanners once again with that slipstream as they round turns 9 and 10. Let's see what he can do down the back straight. And he's pulling out towards the outside. It'll be high as they go around the final few corners, but it is level pegging between them. Looks like he's just edging ahead, but Singh with that tighter line, he's got less distance to cover. Bit of lap traffic getting in the way, but he steers clear, and Singh will once again have the line as they break towards turn 1. And Spanners has to wait another lap for an opportunity, unless he can get creative in this infield section and try and get into the top 4. Wouldn't count him out for a podium either, because Jelly Ooms is not too far away, 1.2 seconds up the road. So I'm back with Richard Spanners ready in his battle for 3rd place. Was just missing 2.5 tenths to Jelly Ooms as they came over the start-finish line to start the final lap. There is one more opportunity here for Spanners to take 2nd place in this race, and surely this is going to be a dramatic showdown to the line. So they're coming out of turn 8, and that is Jelly Ooms getting up onto the grass, and he has massively compromised his exit. Spanners is all over him, and they're going back down now around the banking, and Ooms is up high. Spanners trying to go low, not tucking into the slipstream just yet. He'll try and do it down this straight. Maybe he didn't want to show his hand too early there because of Ooms' mistake. Spanners quite easily maybe could have got underneath him, but he has done that now through the final corner. And he's got the advantage, he's got 2nd position. As he pulled out enough of an advantage there to hang on to that as they come up towards the finish line. Ian Erasmus wins the race. Ooms is trying to get back up on through. Looks like Harper's trying to get through on the inside as well, but I think there, Richard Reddy, he does take 2nd place. What a fantastic drive. And Jelly Ooms did just manage to hang on to 3rd there ahead of Sam Harper.